My next guest is Chase Montgomery. Let me see if Chase is on. Hey, Chase, you there?
Hey, yeah, 1 second.
Hey. Okay.
Alright, so, not much, watching the dream.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're at Eldora.
Yep.
Okay, so speaking of Eldora, so I've been seeing a lot of these stupid rumors on Facebook, and I don't believe half this crap unless it comes directly from Tony Stewart or Eldora Speedway's Facebook. I'm not going to believe it. I'm tired of seeing these. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing these stupid rumors. I see them all the time on Facebook, and I'm just going to tell it like it is. I like being honest, but I keep seeing this rumor, and I've had several people talk about it. So, Eldora's up for sale. Tony Stewart's going to sell Eldora. Well, until he says it or until it's on their official Facebook page or their website, I'm not going to believe it. So, don't spread rumors. I mean,
I don't think it's true either.
I mean, now if it is, then it is. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, Tony Stewart. So okay, I was floored when Tony Stewart sold Stewart-Haas Racing because I'm a NASCAR fan. I've been watching NASCAR since Moby Dick was a sardine, and like I was a wee little lad in 1990 watching NASCAR. And I can tell you all kinds of stats about NASCAR. I can tell you anything. Well, I was floored when Tony Stewart sold, and I understand why he sold, because he's tired of the stupid stuff NASCAR has been doing, a lot of the stupid stuff, and then all the drama and this and that, and so I kind of sort of understand why he'd want to sell out, and then I do understand why he wanted to sell out. Because Gene Haas, which is part owner, he's got the F1 team, and then of course Tony Stewart's got Tony Stewart Racing, which is his dirt car. Then he owns Eldora, and then now he owns the drag racing team that his wife drives for, and then she's out fixing to have a baby, so he's driving her car, and he's actually been doing pretty good in a drag car because I'm used to seeing Tony Stewart go in circles, but to see him go straight is pretty cool. I've been watching him on Sundays in the drag car. But now, and then Gene Haas, I think he's just going to focus on his CNC machines and F1. I mean, I really hated to see Stewart. Man, I hated to see him because you got Chase Briscoe, you got, Noah Gregson, Josh Berry, and then you had Ryan Preece in the 41. That's 4 drivers that are losing their jobs, plus all these these people that work there, competition directors, pit crew guys, people at the shop losing their jobs. But one thing that I did learn recently is, like Dale Jr. talked about this, is regardless of what happens, they're going to find a job somewhere because some of these other teams that pick up these charters are going to be needing crew workers, drivers. And then Front Row Motorsports picked up one of the charters, and there's some other. But yeah, I just don't see Tony Stewart selling unless he decides that he's got too much on his plate, fixing to raise a child at however old he is, and then of course him drag racing and having to do this, and he owns a bunch of other stuff too, so he may sell Eldora to get out of it, but I heard he was selling it to Flow Racing. And I sure hope it ain't Flow Racing if he does sell it. I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, so what do you think? You think Flow Racing may be interested in buying it?
I don't know. I ain't heard it till you said something about it.
Oh, okay. So one of the rumors, I think Taz Taylor was talking about this.
Yeah.
Got to give a shout out to Taz Taylor with Race Chat Live. But Taz Taylor said that he had heard that Flow Racing was one of the ones that was looking to buy Eldora Speedway. And it may be one of those deals like let's just say Tony Stewart really is going to sell Eldora. Well, something Taz brought up, and I didn't think about this either. Some places, especially businesses, I've heard of this. So Taz mentioned, like, if you're working for a place, say for instance, and then like everything's going good, you know, the business acts like, the owners act like they'd never sell out, whatever the case, and then all of a sudden one day they wait till the last minute and they say, oh, we're going to sell out to another company, y'all going to have to be looking for some other jobs. Like, and then Taz brought that up and he said, well, what if they really are going to sell it, but they hadn't made it public, and they're going to wait till the last minute, and then the employees are going to be scrambling to see if they can get a job there or go work somewhere else or whatever. I hope that's not the case. I would think if Tony Stewart was going to do it, he would let it be known in advance, and it wouldn't be some last minute thing, you know. But that's just my opinion. I don't personally know Tony Stewart. I ain't never met him. I would love to meet him. They say he's a nice guy.
Well, I've seen him in person at his souvenir trailer at my local track.
Oh, so did you get to meet him, or did you just get to see him at the...
I didn't want to say anything because I know how he is. If he's racing, you know.
Oh, yes.
Like, I could...
Huh?
I could have said hi, but I know how he is during that kind of.
Yeah, so
like
people say when it comes to Tony Stewart, they say you want to meet him before the races. They say you don't want to meet him like when he's focused, when he's getting ready for a heat race, hot laps, or during intermission. You don't want to meet him after the race is fine, but they say you don't want to meet him in the middle because he's focused and he comes across as a douche. And that's with any driver really. I mean, especially the famous ones. But they say a lot of them. They say you do not want to meet them. Now there is some. It doesn't matter what time you meet them. They're gonna be the nicest people you've ever met in your life, you know. But some of these drivers are like Tony Stewart, and because I've had some people say, "Oh, he was a douche. He was mean to me. He was mean to my kid." I said, "Yeah, but when did you meet him?" Because everybody tells me, a lot of people have told me, you have to meet him before, because they said when he's in his zone, and he don't focus on nothing else, and he's not trying to be rude on purpose. That's just how he is. He's just focused. He's trying to win.
But, first of all, so it was Sunday night. So after my band, it lit a fire under me. I got my first win Sunday night in IRacing.
Hey, I've seen that. That is cool. So, okay. So tell everybody about your iRacing, how long you've been doing it. That's a big deal, man, to win your first iRace. I mean, I know people say, oh, that's not real racing. But to be honest with you, iRacing is as close to real racing as you can get. And you'd be surprised how many of these top NASCAR drivers and dirt drivers that actually do iRacing to practice, to get ready for the big race, the real deal, you know.
Yeah. So I've been kind of off and on. But now I'm like into it. See, I was kind of on Xbox and then off and on. Then I just got tired of working on stuff and thinking I had something. Then the league gets canceled. You know, I'm like, I feel like I'm working on something for nothing. You know, I'm wasting my time. You know, so I was like, you know what? I'm going out of racing. So,
wow, that's awesome.
So that's where I am now. You know, I'm really working hard, getting good finishes. But last night, I struggled in dirt, street stock, and finished fourth. Wasn't my best.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a fourth place.
Yeah, in fact, I'm looking at your Facebook post right here where you posted a screenshot of thing, and Jason Wall finished above you. So, man, you're doing pretty good.
Yep. So, and I got some breaking news, and I hate seeing it. And
Okay.
One door closed, another door open. I'm happy for that, but I'm upset about the other. So I'm not going into. I don't really know the details. So I'm not going into details at all. But
sure.
Lexington 104 Speedway closed.
Man, I've seen that, and I hate to see any racetrack close. That's like, for instance, I seen yesterday that the owner of Columbus Motor Speedway is calling Columbus quits, and man, it makes you want to cry, man. Like, seriously, like, these racetracks closing. Then you got people that have the nerve to share these posts about it closing. Oh, that's messed up. That owner, he's so-and-so, and they want to bash the reason why they're closing. I knew it wasn't going to last. I knew he was crooked. I knew this wasn't going to happen. Instead of bashing the guy for whatever reason, instead of being the negative Nancy that nobody likes, you need to be positive about it. Say, well, I hate it happened, or at least keep that stuff amongst friends. Don't put it on Facebook to bash.
Yeah.
I saw all kind of people sharing Columbus's post, bashing the reason why they're closing. Well, the owner is so and so, and I knew he wasn't gonna make it. He's soft, or whatever their arguments were. I don't want to see that stuff on Facebook. I mean, I understand people speak their mind. I speak my mind too, but there's a time and place for that stuff, and I don't want to see racetracks close. And I don't even know the guy that's the owner, so I can't really speak on him. But, I don't know, negativity kills racetracks, especially on social media. Like, if a track rains out, people go, and one thing I like to see, like, if a track rains out, this is my suggestion as a announcer and a social media guru. This is my suggestion for all racetracks. If you rain out and you want to stop the crybabies from bashing your track, oh, y'all could have got it in. Y'all just wanted to close. Y'all just didn't, blah, blah, blah. So, no, racetracks lose money every time they don't race. Every time some idiot says that, I just want to slap them in the face because I see it all the time. Y'all just didn't want to race. No, they lose money. Like, what idiot in their right mind says, oh, yeah, I don't want to race tonight. I want to lose money. I do. I really do. I want to go on the hole. I mean, nobody says that, man. I'm so sick and tired of people. Like, so this is what my suggestion to stop that. Racetracks, promoters, owners, if it rains out, drive up to the racetrack, take pictures of it raining, take pictures of the pits muddy, take pictures of the racetrack muddy and swampy, whatever the case, and then post those pictures. That will stop every bit of that. And it's good to post the weather radar too, but it's better to do pictures along with the weather radar. That way people can actually see it. Because I've seen so many times where, like Deep South, for instance, they would rain out and people said, oh, they could have got that race in. It didn't rain a drop over here. But then I got friends that live 5 miles from the racetrack, and it flooded up here. I can see why they didn't race. If it flooded, that's a good call. But it's always the ones that aren't there to actually witness it. And the way to stop that is post pictures of it raining or whatever the case is,
So, I always give tracks props for making the good call. And and I had, like you was talking about, the track. I have tracks that I don't care for, but I always promote them. Where if I like it or not.
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
I like seeing tracks try to make it. I don't badmouth.
Yeah.
Well, I don't put it on social media. And
Hey, man, I'm impressed.
And
You know, that's a good attitude to have.
And that's why I put my schedule every week to give racers a place to go race at.
There you go. See, I like that.
Oh, I got another YouTube channel. I can't go live till I get 50 subscribers. I'm going to start going live on there, try to recap the race. It could be national racing. It could be anything. Talk about the race and, how the races went, and talk about who's racing and who's not.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And then
that's cool.
Maybe possibly get more drivers too.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So tell everybody where they can find you at.
It's Chasing Dirt YouTube channel. But
Chasing Dirt.
I've been doing my old one. Yep. And I talk about my iRacing too.
Oh, great. Well, iRacing is a pretty big thing, and so tell everybody about your license you got on there.
Oh, my iRacing. So
yes.
Now I'm in B class now.
Oh, you're in the B class now. Okay, that's
so
great, man.
So now, since it's week 13, so it's crazy week, and so I've been working on my dirt. It's a lot harder.
Man. Oh, I imagine it is. And you race a lot of different people, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, I made a friend today. I posted on the iRacing group page a couple of days ago, and he told me congrats. And he said, I think we raced with each other just a few days ago, and then he lives in Texas. I think he's an actual race car driver too. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Today.
Wow.
So
would you? You got what now?
I gotta thank Billy Milner, my friend, plus my girlfriend. I can't forget hers. Harold Maddox, Joshua Whitmire, especially Billy, because he pushes me to what to try or whatever. Sometimes I just figure out, like when I got the win, I was having problems with the car pushing or getting tight later in the race, so I just made a little slight adjustment and got the win. Started third.
Wow. That is cool, man.
Avoid the wrecks. Both of them.
So, would you be interested in driving a real race car one day?
That's been my dream since I was 6 years old, I think.
That's one of mine too. Is to drive a race car. That I've never driven one. Like I'm gonna eventually get me a stinger car, but I'm gonna do it. Well, thankfully, Tri-County doesn't race stinger cars, so I get to do my other dream job, be the announcer, and then I can go race stinger cars somewhere else. But I'm gonna eventually get one. But it just looks so much fun. Of course, you're gonna have your incidents here and there, but for the most part, it's fun.
Yep. This weekend, I've never been to this track, so I'm actually possibly going as long as the weather cooperates. I'm going to Clarksville.
Oh, okay, Clarksville. Okay, so you've never been to Clarksville then?
No. They have an 1,000 for a Quicksilver street stock. They 500 in my lot.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
June 22nd.
So,
yep.
June 22nd.
So So June 22nd, I'm going to Talladega for the Thatcher stock race, Furry something more or whatever. Paying $2,000. I've never been there either.
Wow. So what's the name of it?
Talladega short track. They're having the Thatcher stock race for $2,000.
Oh yeah, Talladega. Look, you will love Talladega short track. That is an awesome racetrack.
And so I'm spending the weekend with my friend Billy. That helps me a lot on my iRacing. So
that's
me
great.
and him going to the races. He's been, but I've never had. He don't live that far from the track.
Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Well, you will. Excuse me, y'all. You will love it, but like, I hope you get to meet racing legend Red Farmer.
Oh yeah.
When you're there.
I'm going to try to go into pit.
Oh, that'd be great, because he's 91 or 92, somewhere in there. And I want to say, I don't know if he's done give his racing up yet or not, but last I heard, I know he's still driving a late model, and that's amazing.
Yep. What I heard too is I want to meet Blake Swan and some of the others I've seen race and never met.
Yeah. So didn't you meet Devin Moran?
Yes. Once at the Dome.
I bet that was cool.
Yes, it was. And Jimmy Owens. I met Jimmy Owens twice. Eldora and at the Dome.
I bet Jimmy Owens, man, I'd love to meet him. I bet he's a cool cat.
Yes. He added me. I was so worried about him because people was making rumors about him. That saying that he was dead and stuff. Like, it was right after the Show Me 100. I'm like, there's no way. And so I messaged him and checked on him because I was worried. And I was like, okay, good. I feel better. I'm like, so I love that one group, those Tennessee Dirt Racers group page. But I got tired of hearing. I got tired of seeing the same old post.
Wow. Well, I've met some super late model drivers. I've met Flying Brian Rickman. He was cool. I'm a big fan of his. Of course, Chad Thrash. I like Chad Thrash. But as far as the most famous driver I've met in dirt racing, I've met Turbo Tyler Erb. He was cool, but I only met him briefly because I took his picture with his best friend on the track. And then, let's see, who else? I've met some sprint car drivers. I met Casey Kane, NASCAR driver. He was at Magnolia last year. So the race I went to last year, I think you was there. Because I went to two of them. But yeah, you was there that night when Rico and all them was there.
Yep.
I met Casey Kane. That was just so cool. Like I seen Casey Kane walking by. I said, "Hey, Casey Kane, how you doing?" And he just kind of looked at me and said, "Okay, buddy." And I was like, "Wow, I just met Casey Kane." And I didn't want to. It was one of those moments where he was busy, wide open, like a lot of drivers. He was out there by the fence watching, along with Rico. And so, I'd have been better off meeting him before the race. But it was still pretty cool to say I actually got to see Casey Kane, and he said something to me.
Yeah, I watched a lot of sprint car racing last week. See, I was going to watch Ponderosa, and it was our first supposed to be on Flow, and they took it off at the last second. I was bummed.
Really?
Because I wanted to watch a super race, Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
They
said testing difficulties, but
they said what now?
They said texting difficulties. Sometimes, should you believe that or not,
Yeah, you don't know, you know. So, what is your favorite dirt network to watch?
Oh, man, that's tough. I'd say maybe Low, because of Devin Moran. He's another of my favorites. But Bobby Pierce is too. But Devin Moran took the time to talk to me when he was on his phone. He took the time to talk to me at the Dome, you know.
Wow.
They just makes me feel good.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. I like watching Race on Texas. I love their stuff, even though I don't subscribe to it. But I watch it when they do I watch their free previews when they do them on Facebook, and I watch IMCA TV. I miss Lucas Oil Racing TV. I miss when it was Mav TV. I'm not a fan of the company that bought them out and what it is now. I'm not a fan of them, but I miss it when it was Lucas Oil Racing TV, because man, I had a subscription to it, and my favorite to watch on there out of all racing was the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League, the tractor pulling. That was my favorite to watch. You ever watch that?
Not really. I've been watching NASCAR a little bit. I kind of slowed down, but I've been watching it some. Try to learn what I could do better on iRacing. I'm the same with dirt racing too.
That's cool, man. Did you know? So I got this from Scott Sessions, and Scott is the guy, awesome friend of mine, who runs Northwest Florida Speedway. In fact, they're racing this weekend. If anybody wants to go watch good racing, Northwest Florida and Baker will be racing. But Scott Sessions told me this. He said, "Did you know that Chuck Norris can win a super late model race in a go-kart?" That's pretty good.
I need to promote some tracks. Camden is running their modified 1,000 to win. I think North Alabama's running. I could schedule on Facebook. Pine Ridge was running, but they got some repairs to do. Corinth Motor Speedway, they're opening back up. I've heard somewhere mid-July.
Oh, great. I think I did see something like that. That is great, man. I like to see racetracks opening back up.
Yeah, that was one good door opening. Other than my local track 10 minutes away, I'm kind of hurt by that. I was in one of my moods that week. I wasn't really talking to people because it just hurt me. But once I got that win on iRacing, I felt a lot better. I was like, I needed that.
You was kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah.
I could just see you kicking butt and taking. Yeah, I just won now, boy. Now what? Look, I remember last year when you called for the first time on the show, and it was my buddy Jamie Mazingo and Jacob Gregory was on the call too, and yeah, that was fun, and you won't never forget that, will you?
Nope.
What? So what was that? What was that?
Huh? What?
I
remember last year. I don't know if it was the first one or not, but when I called, you know, when you You was making a joke. You're saying, "Wow." I was like, "Oh my god."
Okay. So I gotta tell this story for those that's listening. So Jamie, he's been racing since Moby Dick was a sardine. He's been racing since 2001, I think 2001, somewhere in there. He's raced everything. He used to win at Stingers all the time. So he said there was an announcer at Deep South one time. I don't remember the announcer's name, but he said this announcer was so annoying. He said every other word out of his mouth was wow, 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 every other word. And so he told the story. You was on there that night, and he's like, he told me, he said, Jared, he said, don't ever, ever say wow. Don't ever say it over and over and over. Don't ever say wow. He said, that drives me up the wall. He said, that announcer about drove me crazy. Every other word was wow. He didn't know no other words in his vocabulary, what it sounded like. And he said, please don't do that. And then so he called me out one night. I said, yeehaw. No, I said woohoo or something like that. And he said a little less yeehaws and a little less woohoos, and you just busted out laughing. I won't never forget that. He told me that at Tri-County one night. It was dead serious. It was like my second race that I was announcing. Yeah, a little less woohoos. Don't be like that announcer up there at Deep South. I'm telling you, I believe if you'd have laughed any harder that night, you'd have peed in your pants.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so.
Oh yeah, there's another track this weekend. Duck River. Their Thatcher Stocks is paying $5,000.
Oh, Duck River Raceway Park.
Yep, this Saturday.
You know, I've only been up to that part of Tennessee one time, and I went by the racetrack, but sadly I didn't have enough time, or I'd have went to the racetrack. I wish I'd have been racing when I was down there.
I've been there one time. The walls is so different since I've been there. That's been years ago since I've been there.
Really? Wow. Is that a long ways from you?
I think it's about 2 hours.
Wow, okay. So we're getting towards the end of the show, so you got anybody you want to shout out and thank before I end the show?
Again, I'm going to give my girlfriend, Whitney, shout out, and then my buddy Billy, Harold Maddox, and Joshua Whitmire for always pushing me on iRacing to get me better as I can.
That's great.
Do it without them.
You know, maybe one day you can get you a setup where you can go live and film yourself iRacing.
Yep.
Well, that's cool. Well, hey, I'm glad you called in, and we're gonna end the show. So it's been a good show, and thanks for calling in, buddy.
Yep. Thank you. Anytime.